We just got back here to Wyoming, last night at dark, set up camp. Just hit the woods for first 2 hours. And on our way in, when we were driving in, we were seeing elk. We saw one 300-inch bull, probably 100 yards off at a wallow, and then had another one bugling. Didn't sound that big, so we kind of just kept coming down the road. Ended up hearing another one, and we're like, we're just going to get up in the woods and we're going to
do our thing, man. We love getting up there.
Bugle and move across because we could tell that there was a bunch of elk in this area.
Run and gun it.
So we get up in the woods and start calling this. We had one going. It was kind of slow and
pretty weak
sounding. He kept moving off. It was like every 200 he'd move 200, and we're like, finally, we're just like, let's just get around this guy and try to go find.
We'll go find a real
bull.
elk.
Yeah, something that something that sounds big, something that I want to shoot while I'm here. So we kept pushing this bull that was bugling, pushing him, trying to kind of bugle him off, and all of a sudden we get to an opening, and we
probably
bugle.
5 acres, yeah.
Yeah, across the opening we could tell he was probably 100 yards away. And we're sitting here, we're like, well, we don't want him to see us and run off, because then he could take all the elk out of here. So we sat here, bugled a couple times, trying to get him to push.
Figured he would just advance and move out of our way.
And all of a sudden, he's like 60 yards, and he bugles. We're like, man, he's right there. He's right on the other side.
Yeah, let's at least get some eyes on him.
Yeah, let's see. And I start throwing up the glass, and I'm looking. And
I'm calling and doing some stuff behind him.
He's back there raking and beating the hell out of stuff like he always does. And this bull's over here just beating the hell out of this tree. I got a little bit of film on my phone sitting there. Oh, yeah, he's probably not big enough, this and that. And I'm sitting there dinking around, putting my phone back in my pocket because he
figuring we're going to run this bull off to go find a real bull.
He kind of walks towards me, and I'm like, oh. And no arrow nock, no nothing, bow sitting on the ground, and all of a sudden he pops out at 50 yards, and I went, holy cow, that's a big bull. I'm going, he's over 300.
And he sounded whiny, wimpy, because it's pre-rut.
He wasn't giving us his full thing, so I'm like, man, I better get ready. So I range him, and he's right at 50 yards. Well, I better get an arrow out. Got an arrow out, knocked it, and like, is he big enough to shoot? And then he turned one more time. I go, that's a big bull. He's over 300, I think. We haven't seen him yet. He's over there. He just came around the tree.
Tell him what happened. I went back maybe 10, 20 yards at a time until I was about, 40, 50? I kept raking and screaming bugles back and forth because the bull started lighting up. He started bugling more and more. So I tried cutting him off and raking and cutting him off. Gave him a little bit of a nervous grunt and then a scream bugle right behind it.
Yeah.
And kept raking, trying to get him to show himself and come closer. What I didn't know was he was already getting on top of Paul.
He was already at 50 yards. I could have shot when he was right there, but I didn't even have an arrow out. I didn't even think he was anywhere near big enough. And so I knock an arrow. I range him. He's at 50 yards. He starts moving. Head gets behind some trees. I'm like, man, he is big. So I pull back. I'm like, okay, he's at 45 right now, and he's broadside, but he's kind of moving. So I'm just gonna let him come. And you kept bugling back there, so he was just more and more interested. And
I saw you at full draw for like 45 seconds, thinking, man, I guess Paul's going to shoot this one.
He kept moving, and he never gave me a real open shot. So
I never saw him.
I just kept holding, and he turned and just started coming directly at me. 30, 25, 20.
And I'm raking.
I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at his rack too, going, he's a good bull. I guess I'm going to take this bull. And at 20 yards, he stopped, and he was quartering to me.
Frontal corner.
So right in front of the front leg, like right here, and I knew it was going to be just right through the lungs. And I'm holding on him. Should I wait? And no. Punk. And I shot, and when I did, blood just went. And he tried to run about 20 yards, both front feet went out from under him, nose dug into the ground. He kind of kicked, rolled, and he just went out of my sight right now, so I can't see him. But
then I ran up here seeing what happened, and you were all, I got him, and then right when I got next to you, he said, oh, he just did a death mount.
Yeah,
and I heard
two of them real quick. He's right there, dead.
Should be piled up, but that's what happened. But we were on this bull, playing with him for at least 30 minutes, huh? Thinking that he wasn't going to be much because it was a really whiny bugle. But we know pre-rut sometimes. We wanted to get eyes on him. We wanted to go, is this something or is it, we need to move on and find a nice
300. No, I don't want to shoot that. I'm pretty sure this is over 300. I mean, like 95%. I can be wrong, but he was at 20 yards and he looked pretty
decent, yeah.
So
I can't wait to see him.
Yeah.
So when we start heading over there, we'll go ahead and have the footage running, because we have not walked anywhere from here, and we'll take you along with us and maybe even look at a little bit of the blood trail and show you where he ended up without messing with him whatsoever. So we'll take a little break right here. We're going to give him a few more minutes, and then we'll turn it right back on as soon as we leave. Sound good, Paul?
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, we give him a few more minutes. We did hear the death moon, so we're going to head on over. And, well, tell us what happened there, Paul, because I didn't see any of this. I was back there calling.
Yeah, you heard what happened, so now we're just going to walk up, and right where I hit him, when the arrow entered, it disappeared into his chest, and blood just went right out. So I think we're going to get some blood right there. I think I know where he's dead, but might as well follow the blood and see.
What poundage were you shooting?
I shoot 70.
70?
400 grain arrow.
420, 410?
I think it's right at 400.
And I know he was shooting the Exodus 100 grain arrows, just for guys who are curious about what the setup was. So yeah, 410, something like that.
Yeah, good penetration, great penetration.
Yeah, we've done really good on bulls with it. So let's go see where the impact was, see if there's any blood. See, he says there is. We'll see. Kind of a lot of downfall right here. Step over. Get a little closer as he walks over there. He's about 12 yards in front of me. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in here. On the ground. See some old tracks here. Right now we're just looking to see if we see, oh, right here, blood all over.
Oh.
As you can see right there.
Taken, I guess. And it just went. Might be 25 then, I guess. From where I shot.
In case guys can't see it, it's right there. That's where the bull was standing when he hit him. Now we're gonna. You see more blood?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. A heck of a trail of blood, actually. So we got some more here. I see it all over the logs here.
Here. I think he turned right here. You know? This must be where he tripped.
Follow the blood.
This is where he tripped and dug into the ground.
Oh, he nosedived right there? It looks like there's blood all over that log in front of you. We heard him give the death moan. If we didn't know this bull should be down right there, we normally are whispering and not saying much, but we could hear him moan. So here it is here, Paul. Blood right there. This way. See it right on that rock, that log? Right here, by my foot. Right there, blood.
No. So we went through that?
I don't know.
This is when he started thrashing. Oh yeah, is that log?
So he went in here. Yeah, here's a bunch more blood right here. So, trying to see if he came through here.
Who's that tree he was beating up on?
You mean when you were videoing?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
he came exactly back to where he was at.
Yeah, but we should be on some blood right now.
He came right through there. I just didn't want to crawl through
I mean, we know about where it was, so we can always just, and we heard him. He didn't sound like he was very far from here. When I, the moaning I heard, it was out here somewhere. Might have to go back and get on that blood.
Yeah.
Just assuming he's piled up here somewhere. See, this is what happens when you get anxious and say, okay, I know he's just right there. I'm going to run over there and see him without staying on the blood. Okay, let's walk back. Okay, we got the blood. We're trying to figure out he was right in here somewhere.
We had to backtrack a little.
Yep.
Wasn't a ton of blood, so.
It was quite a bit, but then it kind of got spurty, but Paul picked his tracks up.
He was just going so fast.
Oh yeah, he was blowing through there.
Going through it. And when we did, we walked up and he was laying right over here dead, so.
We haven't been to him yet, but let's see if you can see his rack sticking up.
Let's see if he's what I thought he was.
See right here, that right to the right of that aspen, you can see his rack sticking up there. Well, let's go see what we got. I always like seeing what we got. And you imagine this guy's become to Wyoming, and in 2 hours we take this bull, we call him right in, and we called him from, I'm gonna guess, 300, 350. We called him all the way across an opening. There was a bunch of blowdown and to 20 yards to Paul, and that's his second bull in 3 or 4 days. We killed one. He killed one in Idaho with a longbow, which you guys might have seen that clip. And he pulled the compound out on this one, just because we knew there was more open country here, and you never know. Oh man, he looks good. I ain't seen him yet, but I see parts of him.
Look at that.
That is a great bull. Woo. How could you pass that up? You didn't. Dang. Look at that toad. That's guys, that's a great bull.
Look at his brows, man.
I would put him, he's every bit of 320 inches. Yeah. I think he's more. That's a good bull. Look at that thing. Oh yeah.
Look at the body on
this. This is what we came here for. And man, look at that. I would say those brow tines they're 18, 19 inches.
Aren't they out to his nose?
Oh, if not more. They got a big curl. Guys, you would have never known this bull looked like this from his bugle. You would have had no clue. We were fooled. I'll be honest, we were fooled.
I said he had good mass. Look.
What a great bull. What a great bull.
Oh yeah.
Well, it looks like we're going to put those exo packs to use here again. These things have worked great. We're not trying to be a commercial, but I'll tell you what, we packed a nice bull out of Idaho, and it took us hours to get him out.
Those are long main beams.
That is a great bull right there. That is what we came for. That is so sweet. Yeah, we got some packing to do. We came up this hill quite a ways. It's not too bad. I don't think it's more than 3/4 of a mile, but it's all straight. But that's a great looking bull. You see the shot right in there, right where it needed to be, huh? How far did he go? I'd say he went 125 yards, roughly.
Yeah, a little bit further than you would think with that. I mean, that's just right through the lung.
Oh yeah, but you can see when you know where to put it. As a matter of fact, I would say that's probably Paul's 4th or 5th bull where he's taken a frontal shot on him. So this isn't his first. He's done it before. But anyway, thanks for coming along with us, guys. And yeah, this was the first morning. I can't believe it.
First morning of being back.
First morning of being back. We came here for 3 days before, and it was just so hot, 95 degrees on our truck thermometer, you know, our temperature thing, and oh, so hot. So we came back, wanting to be full rut, screaming, and they weren't, but we still called this guy in. So awesome, awesome. We need to get to work.